Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good sir.
Stop talking.
Sir. Sir, good morning.
Very good morning. So in last class we have learned until evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is the process of conversion of a liquid into its vapor, and we are going to use it specifically for water. And the water of sea is known as marine water, right? Marine water. And we prepare salt from marine water by this process of evaporation. Salt is prepared from sea water or marine water by evaporation process. Salt is prepared from sea water or marine water by evaporation process. How do we prepare this thing? First, they make some small shallow pits. At the bank of the sea, which we call generally beach, we will make a shallow pits. Then the sea water is transferred into the shallow pits. The sea water is transferred into the shallow pits, and it will be allowed, the water will be allowed to get completely evaporated. Completely evaporated. And remember one thing, evaporation always takes place from surface. From surface means if you take a water body like this, evaporation occurs only from here. The top layer will be keep getting converted into vapor in evaporation process, not the bottom layer, right? But if you apply a flame at the bottom of a vessel, okay, water starts giving bubbles out from bottom. Can we call this process as evaporation? Can anyone tell? When we heat the water on the stove or on some flame, water starts giving bubbles from its bottom. Can we call this process as evaporation? Can we call it?
After evaporation,
Boys, are you listening me?
sir.
Then can we call this process as evaporation?
Yes,
No, it is called
Decantation, sir. Decantation, sir.
boiling.
Decantation.
It is called
Decantation, sir.
boiling. What is the
Decantation,
difference
sir.
between boiling and
Decantation.
evaporation? What is the difference between boiling and evaporation? Evaporation can take place at even lower temperatures also. At even 4 degrees Celsius also evaporation can occur. Means the top layer will be keep getting converted into vapor. That is evaporation. But with rising temperature, with increasing temperature, the rate of evaporation increases. Whereas boiling cannot occur at lower temperatures. Boiling of water takes place only at 100 degrees Celsius or above. Boiling can take place only at 100 degrees Celsius or above. Whereas evaporation takes place even at 4 degrees Celsius also, 10 degrees Celsius also, 20 degrees Celsius also. Below 100 at any temperature other than 0, evaporation takes place. Whereas boiling takes place only at 100 degrees Celsius or above. Right? When boiling starts taking place, you can see the bubbles coming from the bottom of the water body or bottom of the vessel in which water is present. Okay? Right? So this is how the differences are there between evaporation and boiling. Right? Now, to make salt from seawater, we are not going to boil water. What are we going to do? We are going to take the seawater in shallow pits and we will allow the seawater to get evaporated. Seawater contains many salts in it. Once the water completely gets evaporated, after few days the water will completely get evaporated. You will be left with only salts. The salt which we use is called sodium chloride. The salt which we use at our homes or the salt which is used for domestic purposes is called sodium chloride. Right? And the salts that are available in these shallow pits, they do not contain only sodium chloride, they will contain some other salts also. Right? Then these salts will be further purified by other processes. Right? By other processes, finally we are going to get our sodium chloride or our common salt or say table salt. We call this sodium chloride as table salt because we use it on our dining, right? Okay. This is how we are going to prepare salt from the seawater using the process of evaporation. Right. Have you already learned that evaporation takes place only from the surface? And what is it? Speech simply? Okay, no problem. You will have to learn so many things, right? So far we have learned so many separation methods like hand picking, right? Threshing, winnowing, next sedimentation, decantation, like so many methods, sieving, filtration. When you take hand picking method or when you take sieving method or when you take threshing, etc. Here from a mixture of we are separating one another. But when a complex mixture is given to you, how can you separate the substances from them, from that mixture? complex mixture means in water sand and salt in water means sand plus salt plus water. This mixture is given to you. How can you separate sand, salt and water? Can you separate sand, salt and water by simply filtration? Can you separate sand, salt and water by simply sedimentation? To separate sand, salt and water from the mixture, you cannot use only one separation method. You need to use different separation methods. First, sand, salt. These two are not the same type of materials. In the previous chapter, we have learned soluble and insoluble materials. Okay. Here, salt is soluble and sand is insoluble. So, by just keeping this mixture still, still means, what is the meaning of still? Yes, undisturbed. By keeping this mixture still, you can allow the sand to sediment down. Means sand will be sedimented down. Right? Okay. And so here, what process is used? Sedimentation is used. And what about salt? Salt is soluble in water. Right? So already salt is present completely mixed with water. You cannot see salt separately. So what do? After the sand is sedimented, you will be using decantation method. Means this entire top liquid along with the salt, you will be pouring down into another vessel by decantation process. So here you have used already two methods: sedimentation, decantation. Sedimentation you used to separate sand from that mixture. Decantation you have used to separate the salt containing water from sand. Now this water is having both, this liquid is having both water and salt. What do now? Salt, it is completely mixed or completely dissolved in water. Then how can you separate? You need water also. So what do? You just keep this mixture in a vessel and put a lid on it and start what? Boiling it. Okay? Or you will allow it for evaporation. Even you no need to boil. If you want to speed up the process, you need to boil. Otherwise, you just keep a lid on that vessel and leave it for some time. Some water will be getting evaporated from the top layer. You take the lid out, right? The droplets can be seen on the lid, on the lower bottom of the lid, right? So you can, those droplets will form water again, right?
Yes, sir.
In that way, by using evaporation process, slowly you can convert what? This, you can separate the water from salt, right? Finally, salt is going to be available in your vessel, right? In this way, totally how many separation methods are used? Sedimentation, decantation and evaporation. Sedimentation, decantation and evaporation methods are used for the separation of sand, salt and water from their mixture, right? Okay. Condensation. Hope most of you are having refrigerators. All of you are having refrigerators at your homes, right? And
Yes, sir.
in the summer,
Yes, sir.
you will take one water bottle out from the refrigerator and you will keep it on your table. You will keep it on the table. So you have taken a water bottle from the refrigerator and you have kept it on the table. After some time, after you keep the bottle on the table, what will you observe on the surface, on the outside of the bottle? What will you observe? What will you observe? The bottle.
Observe some.
Huh? Speak out.
Will observe.
You can observe
Water
droplets. You can observe water droplets on the surface, right?
Droplets of water on the bottle.
Right. Then from where these water droplets have come? Where the water droplets have come from on the bottle surface? Did water came out from inside the bottle to outside? Huh?
No, sir.
Then,
Refrigerator, no, sir.
oh, refrigerator water has come onto the bottle. Huh?
Sir, I tell sir. The coolness of the refrigerator, sir.
Right.
Sir,
Okay, listen carefully.
Sir, the water vapor present in the air becomes air droplets of water due to the
Right. Okay, boys, listen carefully. In what is atmosphere? Can anyone answer?
atmosphere is a belt of water.
The gaseous layer present on the surface of the earth is known as atmosphere. Right? In this atmosphere, what are present? Different gases, some dust and water vapor is present. Right? Okay. Atmosphere contains different types of gases and some dust particles and water vapor, because there are so many natural water bodies on this earth and evaporation keeps taking place at even lower temperatures. We know that. So, from the top layer of the water bodies, water keep getting evaporated and that water vapor is going to be available in the atmosphere. Tanmay Verma, stop presenting. Right? So this water vapor, when it is coming across the lower temperature than its existing temperature, the water vapor in the atmosphere, when it is coming across the lower temperature than its existing temperature, assume that room temperature is around some 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, in your living room, the temperature, normal temperature is around some 25 degrees Celsius, room temperature. But inside the refrigerator, what will be the general temperature? This bottle is at 4 degrees Celsius normally, right? Other than deep freezer, in the normal area of refrigerator, around 4 degrees Celsius is there. So, the water vapor in your room, it is at 25 degrees Celsius. When you have taken out the bottle from refrigerator and have kept on the table, this bottle is at 4 degrees to 5 degrees Celsius, because it will be keep increasing slowly. But definitely, when compared to the temperature of water vapor of the room temperature, this temperature is lower. So, water vapor, when it is coming across the lower temperature, it will be getting converted into liquid. Water vapor is gaseous form and it will be converted into liquid, right? Conversion of, right? The process of conversion of water vapor into its liquid when it is coming across lower temperatures is known as condensation, right? So, on the surface of water bottle that has been taken out from refrigerator, the water droplets are formed from the atmospheric water vapor, not from the inside of refrigerator or not from the inside of the water bottle, right? Okay. So the water droplets are formed on water bottle because of the water vapor present in the atmosphere, not from inside the refrigerator. And what is condensation? The process of conversion of water vapor into its liquid when it is coming across the lower temperature, when it is coming across the colder temperature or lower temperature, right? So, in our previous process of separation of sand, salt and water mixture, when you allow the salt and water to get separated by evaporation, if you want to collect the evaporated water back into its normal liquid, then you need to use this condensation process. You need to use this condensation process, right? Okay. So, totally 4 separation processes are used, right, in the separation of sand, salt and water mixture. See, here in this way, once it is boiled, the water vapor is collected here. But this water vapor, it is at its hot condition. When it is coming across the lower temperature of room temperature, it is converted into liquid form. This is the condensation process. See, evaporation and condensation. Here evaporation is taking place, then here condensation is taking place, right? So this is how we are going to use different separation processes in order to separate a mixture of more than two substances like sand, salt and water, right? Next, let us see the solutions. As per the leveling of soluble and insoluble materials, some substances like salt and sugar, like salt and sugar can dissolve in water. If only water is there, it is simply called water. But when water is having some dissolved substance in it, then that entire mixture is called solution. And in a particular quantity of water, take 1 liter of water. 1 liter of water. Only a particular quantity of soluble substance can be dissolved. So, in a particular quantity of water, say for example 1 liter of water, only a particular quantity of soluble substance can be dissolved. Means, for example, if you are taking 1 liter water, in this around some 200 grams of, I am just giving one example number, not exact, of sugar can be dissolved. You have taken 1 liter water and you have added 200 grams of sugar. How did you add? First you have added 10 grams, then you have added 10 grams, like that you kept on adding 10 grams by increasing 10 grams. Up to 200 grams it will be getting disappeared, right? Because it is soluble. After 200 grams is added, you have added further another 10 grams, but it did not disappear. Means the water cannot dissolve, this solution, because it is already mixed with sugar. This solution cannot allow any more substance to dissolve in it. Such solution is known as saturated solution. What is saturated solution? A solution which cannot allow to dissolve any more soluble substance in it. A solution which cannot allow any more soluble substance to dissolve in it is known as saturated solution. But if this saturated solution is kept on a stove and heated, it will allow some more substance to dissolve in it, right? It will allow some more substance to dissolve in it. Such solution is known as supersaturated solution. Supersaturated solutions always can be prepared by using heat than the normal room temperature, by using excess heat than the normal room temperature, right? allowing to dissolve more substance. Can you tell? Science is not just listening, you need to think about it. Right? You need to always ask the questions why, how. Okay. How a saturated solution is allowing some more substance to dissolve in it upon heating. What is taking place? So heating is causing some change in the constitution. The constitution means in the structure or organization of the liquid. So what does it mean by dissolving? What does it mean by dissolving? Disappearing. Simply disappearing. Is it correct? Simply? Okay. For our understanding it is correct. Okay? That's it. But actually what is happening is, assume that these are all water molecules in a given water. Right? When a soluble substance is just put in this water, the spaces between these water molecules, they will be filled. They will be filled with this soluble material and it will disappear. And I told you it will be allowing only particular quantity of substance to get dissolved in, right? Because of the space that is present and because of the type of the soluble material. You know something? If you take sugar, sugar dissolves more in quantity than salt. Salt cannot dissolve in larger quantity than sugar in water. Because of the type of the substance is different. Okay, the solubility of the substance also is different in water. Right, whatever it may be, some substance is dissolved because of the available space present in that one. Under normal temperature, the space that is available is less. Under normal temperature, the space that is available is less. When you increase the temperature, these molecules, water molecules, they go apart from each other. They will be moving apart from each other. The space between them will increase. When the space between them increases, what will happen? Automatically it will allow some more substance to be filled in that space. Means automatically it will be allowing some more substance to get dissolved in it. Right? This is how by heating we can prepare supersaturated solutions. Right? Supersaturated solution is ready. Now take out that supersaturated solution from the top of the stove and keep it under normal condition. What will it happen? What will it happen? The temperature is reduced, then automatically the space which was increased earlier by heating, it starts getting decreased as per the normal temperature. As with the normal temperature, the space will be reduced. The space will be reduced. Right? Now, whatever the excess substance that was dissolved, it will again going to get sedimented down. It will again going to get sedimented down. So, supersaturated solutions can be kept in supersaturated form at a higher temperature only, not at a lower temperature. So, time up. You are telling to me, you want to stop my class? Okay, I will stop my class. But almost your chapter is completed now. So, you need to write all the keywords and exercises on your own by the time of return from your winter vacation. Right? So, there is homework for all of you. You need to write the keywords
sir, we will